Hello, welcome to the forest. This is a reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, in love and life, whatever shows up. I'll be asking our guides about your current path and to illuminate your journey. And I may also ask them where they want you to be, depending on what shows up. And at the end, I'll draw a card focusing on the elemental energy to help you feel balanced. And I felt like some cats wanted to come along for the journey for you today. Oh, we have winter, which is very beautiful. See if there are any other cats that want to come out here for our beautiful Scorpios. Oh, that one almost came out, so I'll try one more. Oh goodness, that's a lot. Okay, we will take the first one here. So we have climbing and winter. Aww. It's really cute how these both have like little partners with them. With the tree one, you see this cat climbing up his back and just kind of hanging out. And he's like, all right, I guess we're doing this. And in the winter one, that one's all about finding that shimmering, sparkling, delicate, beautiful feeling, amongst the backdrop of this beautiful blue sky here. Like you see all of these snowflakes and all of these bright light colors stand out because of this darkness behind them. And it's not meant to be heavy or anything like that. It's just that feeling like, when you go outside and you just take in that first breath of cold air, and the snow is glittering and you're like, wow, that's actually kind of pretty, you know. How she has that beautiful, delicate rose there. And even the cat's like, a little bit glowy there. I feel like maybe this is also about sharing that with somebody too, since these both have partners with them. Climbing is also about exploring, which I think is really neat, kind of just like, be willing to put in the work to get to the top, to see what's out there. So it could be that there's something or someone on one of these magical winter nights that is catching your eye that's a little bit sparkly, a little bit like, oh, what's that? Let me get a better look. Let me see what's what here. All right, and then we also have some beautiful mystical spirits floating in the forest today for Scorpio. Let's see what comes out. We have Illusion and Dove. Illusion is about leaving behind the old, leaving behind the things that you thought were once good so that you can face the reality. And then Dove is about taking a leap of faith. It's about knowing that, like you see here, that this flow from the universe is going to help propel you into the future. It's going to help you take that next step and help you feel secure and loved and safe. I feel like with both of these together, that perhaps you have something going on in your life that is maybe a little bit negative, maybe maybe something's going on that you're kind of taking a look at, that you're exploring, and you're discovering all these new things about it. And not only that, but you're leaving behind any, like this card says, any illusions about what's going on so that you can embrace the truth. Because despite how glamorous or glitzy something might look, it's better to step out into the truth of things, to see things how they really are, because that gives you freedom, that gives you movement, and that also lets you help others, it lets you help yourself, and especially with the take a leap of faith, I feel like this is you leaving behind anything that's false, going towards something better, and maybe not quite sure what that's going to look like because maybe perhaps things have always looked a certain way. But with this climbing and this winter card here, I feel like that's you going out into the world, or even, it could even be within yourself, but like finding this new stride and leaving behind things that aren't right for you. Because even if the the right things aren't as glamorous, you're going to be free. You're going to feel safe. And you're going to be able to see those, little, and appreciate those little beautiful things, that are coming into your life, like the first snowfall, you know. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. So, anyway, I had these cards here. I'm going to use the Angel Tarot for where you want to be, where you're going to end up, and then I'm going to use the Illuminated Ethereal Visions Tarot deck to see where you are right now on your journey, Scorpio. Leaving behind falseness. Taking a leap of faith in order to explore the world around them. Seeing all that brilliant wonder in the depths, just like Scorpios do, exploring all the truths. Alright, so where is Scorpio? We have the Hermit and the Seven of Wands. Sorry if I was a little slow to start out there. It's been a long day. But I love doing this, so, and I love you guys, so I really, really am happy. So, let's see what else we have. Oh, the Hierophant. I like that. Oh, we got another one there. Alright, is there anything else where you are? I don't like to ask for too many at the beginning, but oh, also the King of Wands. Wow. My first thought is you're fighting for something and you're very strong in your power right now. Like, I feel like, maybe, I was gonna say like it's a fire energy, so you're maybe like, oh, I don't see Scorpio cards, but like this is a really nice energy. Because like these are a lot of cards about not only going out into the situation and fighting for what you believe in, but you're also being very, very wise, and you're learning from others, and you're learning about the situation, and not only that, but you're using your own inner wisdom and using your past experiences to help you while you're kind of dealing with something right now. I'm not gonna say if it's love or not till I ask for some more cards here, because then I can kind of put more together. But I really like this so far. We'll see. We'll see what else comes out here. All right, where are Scorpio's steps gonna take them this week? Where are they gonna go? The Emperor and the Eight of Swords. I like that Emperor energy. Like I kind of felt that way when I saw your first cards come out. To be honest. TBH. Let's see what else we have. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm trying to go that way. So we have the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. The Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Four of Cups for your journey this week. Ooh, oh, jeez. Okay, did I say we have the Knight of Swords also? I don't know if I said that one or not. So yeah, I'm wondering if this is a work thing and maybe not a love thing. I mean, it's possible it could be, obviously, but depending on your situation, I'm kind of seeing you. How do I want to put this? I feel like there's an energy in your life that's kind of messing with you right now. Right, and I said I kind of like felt that, you feel that a little bit at the beginning there. But I said like you're in a good place, like you're fighting for what you believe in is what I said. And then the energies along your path that I see are energies of some sort of struggle, right? It's a big shift that's going to happen. Um, Something really powerful is going to happen, and it's gonna shake you a little bit. It's gonna cause you to have a lot of I want to say conflicting thoughts. You're gonna I mean, this might not be you. This might be the other energy as well. I guess I could put it as um, like I guess I'm feeling like if this is, I feel like if this is more of like an energy thing, honestly. Like I'm not really sure if it's a relationship thing or not. I could clarify. I mean, it might be, but I see mostly pentacles. I see mostly thoughts. I mean, thoughts like can go along with anything, but I'm not seeing like that. That straight up. This is a person kind of energy, like two things coming together. I don't see love. I don't see any, cards of that or anything. If this is a relationship, you're not feeling super good about it. You're feeling like there's deception involved. I mean, even if this is a work thing too, but you're feeling like things are not steady right now. And the things that you work towards are kind of slipping out of your grasp and you're trying to hang on to them. You don't really want to like accept what's going on, and you're oh, I want to say this, I feel like you're more or less holding on to the thought of what you want and what you think you want to have in this situation, more so than you are looking at the reality of it and how it's hurting you, how it's making you feel, the things that you are having to do in order to navigate this. Because you are a boss. You are a friggin' awesome, amazing, like, energy here. You're like, I see a lot of fire, a lot of spirit, like, and going within. I mean, that's, in the Hierophant, I mean, that's Scorpio, right? I mean, that's you navigating these depths, shining your light, onto these things that are going on in your life, trying to figure out why this struggle is here, why you're still fighting for this. And you're friggin', with this Knight of Wands, he's a very assertive, fiery, creative, passionate king. He's not always necessarily, he's not like slow and steady or anything like that. He's that fast moving energy that can quickly overtake and overcome. But he's also, I want to say, I mean, in this one you can tell, I mean, he doesn't look like a bad guy or anything like that. He knows that, I want to say this, he knows that what he's fighting for is worth it, I guess is how I want to say it. Sorry about that pause. I needed to get that. Sometimes I have to stop and like listen to them. Like, that. I have certain sign placements that make me just kind of want to just like um, keep talking sometimes and not always, take that pause to maybe listen to what they're saying. But they're like that with me too sometimes, so it's fine. They're like, listen. But that's, how they get my attention, right? But I'm listening, and I just wanted to get that out there. And maybe even with these cards here, the Hierophant and the Hermit, like maybe you're kind of trying to do the same thing, like listening here, like, all right, you got to teach me something, right? Like something's going on here. I need to learn about this situation. I need to know what the hell is going on, because this is not cool anymore. I mean, like I definitely felt Emperor energy here, with this king, with you fighting, and well, not even it. I mean, this one, it looks like he's fighting off, someone, a crowd of whatever, regardless of, even if they're just sticks in the ground there, they're in his way and they're not very nice looking. His whole posture is like, like he's gonna start swinging that, or, like it's an energy of you don't even have that 2 seconds to stop and stretch your muscles, to fix your pant leg that's come out of your boot, to look up at the sky around you or anything, right? Like, and I feel like the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands there, I feel like these cards are, I feel like they're harmonious. You know, I don't feel like they're competing against each other or anything. Like, I don't think, but I mean, it's possible that maybe, you know, an energy to come into your life, like very quickly. I mean, the King of Wands could be a person, you know, that came in very quickly, very passionately, and just kind of made everything struggle and just, you know, kind of maybe created some sort of competition, conflict, you know, shook up your head, your thoughts, you know, your belief system, all of that stuff, even. It could be as simple as, you know, a fight that you're having and you're just like, oh my God, like, this is the dumbest thing. Like, you know, like, wow, like something that was just quick and passionate, and you're just like, okay, right? Like, can we just stop, think about this, talk about it, whatever. But I mean, if it's like a work thing, you know, I'm definitely seeing it as like competition. Like you guys maybe needing to re strategize or like kind of take a look at the stuff that's been happening before, or, you know, just going back through things, you know, maybe learning more about what you're doing. Because the King of Wands, he's very fiery, very passionate, and sometimes he doesn't always like put in those steps. But with the Hermit and the Hierophant here, I kind of see you kind of doing that backwards thing. And I honestly, other than these Pentacles, don't see that up there. You know, like I don't see this as being something maybe that was super thought out or whatever. But I mean, it could be because you do have the Emperor here, but it's also with these cards of like deception and dishonesty and disloyalty. And so it's kind of making me be like, ooh, that's not good, right? Like, um, so I mean, like if it is a business thing, I kind of feel like you need to re-strategize because you're not quite there yet, you know. Maybe too. Oh, I know. I feel like because it's something that you've worked on for a long time here, that you're not quite willing to see it for what it is. You're like, no, I want to keep doing this thing. I'm gonna put more time into it, more effort into it. I'm gonna, you know, do this even better. But then, you know, there's gonna be an energy coming in here with the Tower card to upset that, right? And it could even be that the Tower is this energy. Like, I'll have to ask to see where it fits in here, but I mean, honestly, like with the whole vibe, they're kind of telling me that this is your top. Like this is happening. Like you're feeling it right now, and like, you know, it's. I mean, you might already be going through it, and that's why you're kind of in these energies of, you know, fighting for what you believe in, fighting for yourself, fighting for, you know, if this is a relationship, fighting for your person. You know, fight you, maybe even you're standing up for yourself, saying, hey, wait, no, like I'm looking back on this isn't cool. Like I'm talking to people about it, I'm learning more about situations and maybe about, you know, maybe even like psychology or like, you know, trying to figure things out here. um, and I feel like you're like doing it now. You're like, I'm not waiting, and I'm doing this now. Like I want, like I, well, not that you're even like trying to figure. I feel like you're trying to figure out it, but like mostly you're just kind of trying to like just keep your energy going, like just keep that fight going. Like I feel like that's been maybe a bit distracting. I mean, because like right now, like I honestly like that's I feel like these are conflicting energies because dude, you have like right now, like you're like I wanna you know, I mean, it could be that you're just so conflicted in your thoughts that you're literally just fighting yourself on this right now. And you're like, I just want to keep doing this thing no matter how bad it is for me because it's pretty bad for you right now. I'm not going to lie. Like with these cards here, you really want to hold on to this thing and you don't want to let it go. You're like, I've worked way too hard on this to let this go. I mean, but Tower moment, you know, like this is saying this is not firm ground. This is, we don't want this struggle, right? Like, you don't want this struggle. We got to get rid of this struggle. And maybe you're kind of, it might even be something that you're embracing, you know, with all this deception, lying, whatever going on here. Or, I mean, if it's a, like maybe a love thing, you know, if it's a job thing, I mean, it could still be disloyalty. It could also just be, you know, things not going how you wanted to, and now you're just like, oh God, like, I don't really want to deal with this. Like, I'm going to kind of pretend it's still going to work, you know, and I'm just going to really hang on to this because I worked so hard on it. And you're being really, really focused about that mindset. You don't want to look at anything else. You don't want to look at any other options. You don't want to explore your feelings about this or that. You're like, you know, like, and I honestly feel like your path this week is leading you to examine this situation so that you can I want to say restart. I don't know, maybe that'll mean something to you, but so you can let go of all this negative shit here and move on to something that's better and move on. Oh my God, I'm pointing right at this. I'm not even looking at the illusion card. Oh my God. Oh my God. Scorpio. Scorpio. What are you doing? What's going on? Who in your life? What is going on that you aren't like? You're like, no. You're like, something's not right here. Like, I gotta fix something, or like, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to think about this, but I know there's something going on here, right? Like, I feel like this is you uncovering this. Like, seriously, this is you this week anyway. This is how I'm feeling with all these. Exploring this, right? Like, uncovering that illusion, as hard as it's gonna friggin' be. Because you're fighting right now. You're fighting, and it's just not good. It just doesn't feel good. It makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like friggin' nothing, like empty. Like, you don't even want to think or feel good about the things, you know, and you're clinging on to what you can, but don't focus so hard on the things that, I'm gonna say, that aren't going to support you. The things that are truly meant for you, that are there for you, that like are supposed to be a part of your being and like help you be a better you and like feel good about your day, feel good about yourself, feel good about what you're doing and all this stuff, so you can go out and have fun and like, you know, not always be heavy and worried and fighting, right? Like, who wants that? Nobody wants that. Like, you know, yeah, man, you're uncovering this truth right now. Like, I feel like a conflicting energy, like I was saying, like you don't want to do this, but in your heart of hearts, you know there's something going on here. You know it. You feel it. I mean, like, even if you're trying to pretend you don't know, you know, right? And I mean, I feel like you do have some things, other things going on that aren't part of this situation, this messy situation, though, that are there for you, that do want to be looked at, that you don't want to see, but they're good things, right? Like with these two cards here, especially, I feel like, you know, if you could just maybe turn your focus a little bit toward the things that do make you feel grounded, steady, stable, the things that, you know, aren't going to make you feel shook up and in your head and like sad and angry and, you know, like your plans aren't going to work, right? Like, focus on the things that have been in your life that are grounded, that are stable, even if it's just something, even if it's just like the little things, you know, or whatever, like, just to like kind of help get you through this. I feel like this is gonna be like a bit hard, you know, because like I do see that you're not like really wanting to see the good things, you know, too, that are out there. And it could be, you know, with all the stuff going on, that's just kind of like hard, you know, you don't want to do those good things because you feel so bad. Like, it is hard to like sometimes, you know, get up that energy and that vibration and whatever, you know, when you're having a bad day or week or, you know, situations, they just feel shitty. I mean, I don't think that you're quite there at that point where you're just like, you know, the end of the world, but I mean, you're at that point where you're like, there's some shady going on, right? Or like, I don't like this energy. This is negative. This is not good. This is interrupting my flow. This is interrupting my plans, right? Because you can be a freaking boss and you look at things and you're smart about stuff and like you get situations and people and you know how to like navigate, tricky things that come up because, and like you see them, you always see them no matter what, even if you try not to. Like you're Scorpio, you know what's there, even if it's hidden. So look at that, right? Look at the things that are hidden this week, is what I think your guides are saying. Learn more about that. And maybe when things start to get to that point where you're like, all right, I figured this out. You know, I'm done with this mess, right? Or I don't think it's even saying like that you're done with this mess this week or anything. Like I think it's just saying that it's gonna all come together for you. It's going to be this revelation, and you're just gonna be like, oh my god, I feel like you're gonna figure this shit out. And I think that's what that tower moment is. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna get a card to find out where you're gonna end up here. Please. Oh, all right. Sorry if I got a little serious there. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? There's so many swords. And like it all made perfect sense, but I was just like, wow. Alright, so maybe you guys just need a breather, right? Like, it's okay. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna uncover the truth. And you know what? You're gonna come out. You can always rebuild. You can always, like, remember the parts of you and take the parts of you with you that are good, that are loving, that are kind, and rebuild and, into something better and stronger that makes you feel good and honest and clear-headed. Doesn't leave you like struggling, like, well, what's this, what's that, like, or even, focusing on the things that are not helping you, that aren't supporting you, or like the people in your life who are just, not doing you any good. They're just interrupting your plans, and you're just like, why aren't we on the same page, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing this week, is you're just you're uncovering that truth, right? You're dispelling that illusion, and you're being hopeful and having faith and looking around for, the truth here. All right, so we have where you're going here. The 7 of fire, the 5 of earth, the 2 of fire, and the knight of earth, and then 8 of air. Oh, I like that earth. I like the knight of earth in your outcome here. Seeing if any of these cards. Okay, so we do have the 7 of fire here. And the 8 of swords came out again. But I feel like with these cards here, like, I feel like the difference between these is so crazy. I'll show you. Right, because in this 8 of air, you see this woman she feels like she's trapped. She's not really, but she is, but she's not. She's blindfolded and she has all these swords around her, and she's like, nope, stuck, can't move. And it's not like she's like, I mean, the swords are there. Maybe she thinks they're gonna hurt her. Sometimes they might, maybe not. And then, but she's stuck. She's not going anywhere. She's just, she has all these thoughts that are going on in her head. They're just like, oh, like they're not going anywhere. And then the other 8 of air card, which is the same energy, we see all these beautiful unicorns emerging out of a river, running into this gorgeous bank of wildlife and flowers and trees. And I kind of think that's significant. I feel like while you are not necessarily anytime soon going to be able to recognize the possibilities that are out there from others, I feel like you are going to start taking steps to ask for help in this situation. You're going to keep fighting for what you believe in, and you're going to, I think you're going to start to see, like, slowly but surely, these thoughts that are keeping you trapped, I feel like you're going to start freeing yourself from them, you know. And I feel like, sorry, I was kind of looking at this card because I was like, that kind of looked like the tower. It's not that. I mean, it's just like, there's like another card in there that has like a thing. But I mean, this card can be, I mean, this energy could be about how I'm feeling it is either, like you might need help from somebody. And I mean, it might be a money thing too, right? Like it might be like if this is a business thing, you maybe need to borrow money, or possibly even just kind of like take things a little bit slower, right? But I feel like if you engage in with this, like I feel like these, like you're gonna have more possibilities here. I feel like once you start unraveling these threads and uncovering these things, you're gonna kind of like realize like, oh my god, there's like you're like uncovering like more good things too, because the Two of Fire is all about like going out and starting that adventure. It's about, you know, it's about dual energy. So this could be like another person coming in your life, a situation like an artistic endeavor, or like if it's a business thing here, with the Earth cards, it might be here. I feel like this is your guide saying where you're gonna end up if you keep doing this. Like you're gonna keep unraveling these thoughts. You might feel stuck. You might still feel stuck here, but you need to ask for help. You want to keep doing this and you want to keep going this way. Because you're not quite ready to move on yet, is what I'm seeing here. It's like I still see you like struggling a little bit, like maybe not quite uncovering everything, maybe not quite able to see the truth for yourself, or quite I'm not saying even understand the situation, like I'm not seeing cards like that. I'm just seeing you kind of like not wanting to do things differently sometimes, wanting to focus on just trying to like just keep fighting for it, basically just kind of keep looking at it, holding on to it, and but like at the same time, like this isn't going anywhere, it's not doing anything for you, it's not supporting you, it's not helping you, it's like just keeping you struggling. And I feel like you do need to ask for help, or maybe even I don't know, say re-strategize, I guess, like maybe yeah, like you could like be starting to like you could possibly start working with somebody else, like another energy is going to come in. Or you might even just have to like scale back a little bit and kind of like restart, or you know how I'm sorry, just because we go from like all these like higher fire cards to like the two. But I mean, that's about like possibilities. Anyway, I'm gonna keep my sorry, I was kind of like just looking at those cards there, like I kind of think like I kind of was just thinking that maybe, if this is like a love thing, like in this, there isn't a person like who's just like is in your energy that just is draining you, interrupting your thoughts, interrupting your day, the things that you're planning on doing here. I feel like this energy is like maybe, they aren't being on the up and up, they are being a bit deceptive here. But you kind of are just like, well, I just kind of want to get through this, like I just kind of want to not feel a way about this, and just hang on to what we have. And but where you end up if you do that is you end up like still feeling kind of stuck. You still end up not really recognizing that you're kind of keeping yourself in this fighting pattern, and it's leaving you feeling drained. I mean, emotionally, physically, I mean, possibly, you know, I want to say like, financially even, maybe even to the point where you kind of can't see the possibility is. and like you kind of like don't feel like you can move on, like even if you really want to, but again, like you also just need to ask for help, like, hey, um but anyway, I'm gonna try to wrap this up here. Sorry, I kind of felt like I was talking about that all the time. Let's see. I just gonna clarify that tower real quick, but I think we pretty much got it here. Yeah, your stability is, yeah, the Eight of Cups. I mean, if this was like, a relationship, yeah, it was stable, it was good, it was happy, and it's just not anymore. We have the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups on the tower. It's that. It's like definitely like a very like heavy energy, right? Like I feel like I also feel like it's gonna help keep you moving forward though. Like this whole thing, like that's going on here that you're like is gonna be, it is upsetting, right? Like, but at the same time, you are illuminating things, you're going to illuminate this. You're gonna illuminate the situation and you're gonna recognize what does make you stable, or at least I'm hoping, I mean, because you do have Earth cards at the end of your journey too. And I mean, well, at least with the Knight of Earth, he's like this, he's a great guy. He's invested, he's slow, he's steady. He is about commitment and honor and love and loyalty. He doesn't want to be in these energies with all this stuff going on. And I mean, with the King of Pentacles coming out here, I mean, it might just be that you just need to, take a breather, take a step back, and like, just kind of like let these things unfold, because it definitely has set you back, and you're having some trouble with it. But like I said, you're illuminating things, and I feel like that's going to be very helpful. Like just being able to see the situation for what it really is, because then you're going to like start to like feel like, oh, I deserve better than this, right? Because you do. You deserve honesty, loyalty, dedication, kindness, all the things this card says right here, right? In love and life, just in general, that's what you want, right? Or, not all this messy stuff that's going on with people, or situations here that are just leaving you like, geez, like this is not fun. Like I can't even see the good things. I can't even feel those good things right now. So anyway, I was gonna ask for one more card for you to balance on for the week to kind of help you through the situation here. Gonna help you vibe, flow. Oh my god. I did not want all of those, guys. But you know what? I have to do it. Okay, we have the Three of Fire, the Eight of Water. Which, did we have this one? And the Messenger of Water. No, yes, no. Yes, we did. I thought so. Okay. Alright, so if you need something to vibe with along the way, your guides are suggesting to lean on fire and water, which is alchemy. This will help you flow onto the next stage, onto your actual dreams. Regardless of what you're leaving behind, you have better things out there. I mean, the Messenger of Water is the same thing as the Knight of Cups. He is that boisterous, playful, loving energy who comes into your life and is just like, oh my goodness, right? Like, and he's very focused, and he or she is very focused on their emotions and the people around them and making sure the situations feel good. And I feel like these cards together, and these are your guides saying, hey, you know, you need something to lean on, fire and water, that magic alchemy, you know, steam to help propel you onto your next best thing, your next biggest adventure out there. These new beautiful, loving, fun energies, you know, they're saying leave behind the heaviness, look for that spark, right? Fly on to the next thing here. Don't let yourself keep getting stuck and bogged down. You know, your ships are gonna come in. Your dreams are out there. You know? Alright. Talk to you later, guys.